My name is Sue Booth, and I'm a diamond with Zinzino, and it's my pleasure today to take you through the business presentation. And I've just had a thought. Let me just turn my volume off so that my phone doesn't ring. Sod's law, it will. So welcome to all of you from wherever you are. And, we're becoming quite an international kind of audience here, which is great. So I know that I've just seen Hital come on. So he's in Los Angeles, London, obviously people in Europe as well, Ireland too. So welcome to all of you. This business presentation is really starting to take such it's really starting to really rock and roll within the UK and all over the globe, which is really quite exciting. So, as I say, it's a 15-year-old company, Zinzino, and it's their product range that has really brought everything to attention. So we know that we all want to look good, stay fit, and be healthy. And so that's really important, and even more so now than ever, especially with what's going on with COVID. We're in the UK are in a second or third lockdown, and quite a strict one, and it's still not abating the problem. So we know that there's so many other health-related problems, and these are increasing constantly, and I think we have to ask why. So we know that in the kind of years gone by that, spices, herbs, etc., would very much be the, the answer to someone's problem, like health problems. And so it's about letting your food be your medicine and medicine be your food. And we need to go back to those learnings that we've, had in the past that, really, we should be just referring back to those so much more than we are. And if you think about where we used to eat food straight from the field, so you'd have a small holding, maybe you'd have your cow, your sheep, etc. You'd fish in the local stream or the river or the sea, and you'd get fresh foods, and you'd have all those vitamins and minerals and phytonutrients that you need, including all the beta glucans, fibers, healthy fats, and good a combination of omega-6 and omega-3. And unfortunately now what's happened, because of the way we probably don't have the time to do things, we have tended to go much more for the man-produced food. So the, man-made food, it says here, but it's less nutrition dense. So it's hollow food effectively. It's high in sugar and, as I say, empty calories, low in fibers, and less healthy fats. And then it has created a huge imbalance between omega-6 and omega-3. And if you look at the history of omega-6 to 3, back in the, when we're born, we're 1-to-1. And obviously, as we start to introduce foods into our diet, then that starts to implicate the amount of omega-6s we have within our systems. And back in the 1850s, and probably before then, we were very much more aware of the, food, and we'd eat from the field, as I say, and fish, fresh fish, fruits and vegetables, and we would eat probably way more than we do now. But we were working on the fields, so we were very much more active. And unfortunately, TV dinners came around about the 1960s. And this is when we really started seeing a real turning point in the omega-6-3 balance. It became, the recommended is 3-to-1, but it was starting to creep up. So it was like 4-to-1. And I remember, I was born in 1954. So I remember my mum saying, oh, wow, this is a dehydrated meal. Everyone thought it was fascinating. And yes, it was. And it tasted like food. And so we ate it. But it was a quick way of getting food on the table. But we've become very much more processed about how we do. Look at the poor cows stuck in a barn feeding, man-made pellets, because that's what they feel is going to fatten up that cow that much more. But it's so false. We're eating so much more of the processed foods, as I said. And now in 2020, we're looking at the average in the UK and Ireland, all over the European Union, of about 15-to-1. And it's increasing. It's increasing dramatically. My grandson was 25-to-1. And that's, someone who eats fresh fruit and veg all the time. They've got a really healthy diet, but he was still 25-1. So we've got to address that. Otherwise, we're going to be setting ourselves up for a life of inflammatory problems. So we know that we've got these key ingredients that we, kind of having an imbalance of this omega-6 and 3. And we know that if we have too many omega-6s in our diet, then you're going to see all these things that you can see listed here. Now, the obvious ones are, kind of the joint and muscle pain, because that's what we feel first. We feel that. But we don't tend to see the brain function. We don't tend to see the heart function, and we don't see the organ function. All those are hidden. We see the skin elasticity losing its, kind of firmness. We see the hair decreasing in quality. But with those, as I say, are all hidden. Those other things are hidden. So we need to rectify that as soon as possible. And this is what happens when and how it affects our cells. We know that our cells, if they're hard, and that means there's too many omega-6s in there, they become hard, rigid membrane around each of the cells. So however good your diet is, and you could be eating the best food and the best nutrition, but if you are eating those things, it's not getting in if you're already at a hardened level on your cellular health. That means that there's not nutrients getting in, it's not functioning properly inside the cell, and more importantly, it's not allowing the toxins out of the cell. So you don't detox that cell. That's really important. So to get that, we need to have a healthy membrane. We need to have that 3-to-1 balance or better between the omega-6s and 3s. And then when that happens, we now know that the normal function, it becomes soft and pliable, it becomes flexible. That membrane allows nutrients in, and it allows the function to go on inside the cell, and allows waste products to come out naturally, easily as well. So that's a healthy cell, and quite a difference, I can assure you. So how do you know? Are you in the danger zone? Well, I thought I was in, that top bit of that iceberg with the 3-to-1 ratio, where we need to be, where we should be. And I thought I was going to be in that range, because I'd been taking an omega-3 supplement for over 30 years. And I was horrified. I really was horrified, because I knew about the importance of omegas, but I wasn't aware that we were so inadequate in the polyphenols in our diets, or maybe the low levels of vitamin D3. And if that's the case, then you are going to be probably in the danger zone beneath the water. 15-to-1 is probably where you are as an average. If you're vegan, then you may be an awful lot higher, because we just physically can't eat enough of the omega-3s within a vegan diet. And our children are going to be in that range of 25-to-1 or much worse. So how do you find out? It's so simple. We have this amazing balance test, and this test gives you a blood spot test that you can do very simply in just a couple of seconds. Do a finger prick test, a bit like testing for diabetes, kind of your blood sugars, but you just drip it onto a card, and then you send it off to the analytical services in Oslo. There is a money-back guarantee, so customers can be aware that they're not going to be paying for something if they don't need to. So if you come back at a balanced ratio of 3-to-1 or better on your first test, and as long as you're on a monthly subscription, then you have a money-back guarantee for your product, and which is really nice to know. So it's a no risk for you too. So we know that we've done, and I forgot to change this, I apologize. We're actually 590,000, so very nearly 600,000 balance tests have been done worldwide. And this is, I think, amazing, because we are now the biggest, database of the test results of omega-6 and 3 worldwide. So that's a real, kind of credibility, I think, to the company and to the analytical services. And this is the company that we use. They're well known within the testing facility, and they test for all these amazing, universities and hospitals around the world. And they also work with the World Health Organization as well. So they're very highly credible. And it's completely independent from us. It's nothing to do with us. They are independent laboratory. So with these findings, we know that only 5% of the people around Europe have got that 3-to-1 ratio. And of the 20% that actually do take an omega-3 supplement, which I was in that category, have got that balanced average of around about 7-to-1. And 75% who don't take an omega-3 supplement have got that average ratio of around 15-to-1, or maybe worse, depending on your diet. So how can we get around this? Well, we've got the most incredible scientific advisory board kind of batting for us, which is great. So they're the brightest minds in the field of wellness and nutrition, which is wonderful. So Paul Clayton, Dr. Paul Clayton, is the real pioneer of this pharmacological effects of food and botanical ingredients and how they affect your health. And he's advised so many governments on how foods can impact on people's health. Ola Eid, out of Norway, he's also an amazing brain. And Dr. Angela Rizzo, who's actually out in Milan, she's at the University of Milan. She's done a huge amount of study on autism and ADHD and how our product can help improve, you know, the wherewithal of those children and adolescents who suffer from that. So we know that we can bring you back into balance, or 95% of you back into balance in 120 days. And what's going to happen? You know, you're just going to notice such a difference in your brain function, you know, your improved hair quality, heart function. And that was the reason I looked at this initially, and, you know, making sure that all my organs were working correctly. And I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. But joints and muscles, they start to ease if you've got aching joints and muscles. And I did. 4 weeks after taking the product, I had no pain in my joints, which was fantastic. And I've been pain-free ever since. We have a unique test-based formula. And so our formulation, it's not an omega-3 oil. Please don't just consider it an omega-3 oil as I had initially. This is very, very different. So we have a mixture, a combination of omega-3 from wild pelagic fish, and that's the really small fish. So things like anchovies, herring, and mackerel, and sardines. And those don't really live for longer than 120 days anyway. But so there are very few contaminants in them. They're cleaned, then they add in polyphenols, because in the cleaning process of the fish, they extract all the goodness that the fish have actually eaten from the algae in the sea or the lakes. And so we add in polyphenols from underripe olives, and these are organic, and that's when the polyphenols are in abundance. And then they add in vitamin D3 and vitamin E as well. And all of our products are dosed by weight. So that's really important to make sure you're taking the right dosage for your weight. And there's also no oxidation. The amount of times I've opened a carton and kind of gone, oh my gosh, it stinks of fish, and it's really quite unpleasant, or you get those fishy burps. You don't get that with this product. It stays fresh from the minute you open it to the last mouthful, last spoonful. Comes in 4 different flavors, so you can choose those when you actually go to the shopping cart. We also have a water-soluble Aqua-X. Now, this is amazing product because this is exactly the same ingredients. And in addition, it's got something called Aquacel. And Aquacel just disperses it in water or juice. So it's very simple for children to take. And quite a lot of children would find the oily texture of the balanced oil a little bit unpleasant maybe to take. But the soluble water Aqua-X just is absolutely brilliant. So you can mix it in a juice, you can mix it in a shake, a protein shake or a smoothie or something like that. So you can hide it because it's quite easy to do then. My grandchildren both take this. We also have a patented vegan product. Now, this is a really great product because this comes from marine algae. And so it has the polyphenols in as well to make sure that it's actually chaperoned into the system properly. Vitamin D3, and this is vegan vitamin D3, and vitamin E as well. Again, dosed by weight. So whatever your dietary necessities, then this is something that you can use. And that comes in 2 flavors. Got an unflavored version and also a lemon version as well. And then for those who prefer capsules, and I have to say, we always have a packet of capsules for when we're traveling, when we're allowed to travel again, because it's just so much easier rather than having a bottle of oil. So this is exactly the same formulation, and also dosage by weight. So you need to make sure that you take the right amount of capsules for the right amount of weight you are. And again, soft gels, so very easy. They're not difficult to swallow at all. So all of our products are made with the utmost quality and care. And we're Friends of the Sea. We're informed choice, soon to be informed sports. So that means our elite sports people are more than happy to take our products, knowing that they're not going to be taking any banned substances. All the other things that you can see here, I'm not going to go through all of them, but it's just making sure that we have got the best product for our customers, for our clients, for ourselves that we can possibly have. So how do you know whether it's actually going to stay fresh? Now, this was something that I, queried in the early days, especially after my results, which I'm going to share with you shortly. And so, krill oil, which is a very popular product and, on the market for helping with arthritis and things like that, that stays only fresh for 5 hours. That's not enough time to get to a cellular level. You need 24 hours plus. 9 hours for concentrated omega-3, 15 hours for cod liver oil. So cod liver oil is probably the better of those, but it's still not enough time to get to the cellular health, to the cellular level. Ours is proven to stay fresh and potent for 35 hours. So that encompasses that 24 hours quite happily. And it's really exceptional, really fantastic product. So, and the result that we have, 95% of the people taking the Balance Oils have a ratio of near 3:1 after 120 days. Now that's fantastic. It's, and 120 days is quite a crucial thing, because that's the blood cycle. That's how long it takes for our blood cells to regenerate. And so you can see my test on the bottom here. 14.4:1 was my first test as someone who's been taking an omega-3 for 30 years. So I switched to Zinzino's Balance Oil, and within 90 days, I had dropped to 4.4, 123 days, I dropped to 3.6, and then 2.4 was I think it was 11 months after I started. So I had a little bit more work to do, so that's fine, but I'm well in balance now, and I've also got 98% protection. Now this really does, kind of work out, in my view, to be the best option for anyone. So who's it for? Pretty well everyone. So whether you're expecting, you need to know that the fetus, when you're pregnant, needs so much more, and it draws it from the mother. So the mother needs to intake, kind of making sure that she gives enough so it's not being clawed out of her system. And also in the early days of the baby's life, it means that you need to make sure that the brain function, eye function, is going to be growing properly. They're going to be growing properly. So that's very important to have the omega-3s within the diet, and also in those early years. And it's really proven that, omega-3s improves the brain development of a child. As we grow older, now the 50 years to the right, the lady on the right, that was me. I was 63, and I managed to have a heart attack, and never been sick a day in my life, and big shock to me, and ended up with 3 stents. So, my heart health is a real concern to me. And I think for everyone kind of at the moment, we need to make sure that our immune system is in tip-top condition, especially with what's going on. So reaching that omega-3 is literally the first step to stay good and staying fit and healthy. But let's have a look at our other products as well. So we've got Xenobiotic. Now, Xenobiotic, I adore this product. It's a powder that you can mix with water, or you can mix with juice. You can sprinkle it in food. You can make sauces with it. You can cook with it. It's not deteriorated by heat, which is great. But this is a combination of, 5 different blends of fiber and beta-glucans. It's actually based on brewer's yeast, and it improves the gut health and microbiome absolutely brilliantly, and it does it in a really short amount of time. So maybe 4 to 10 days, you can really reverse the microbiome of your gut from gram negative to gram positive. It also improves your bowel function, and it can help with regulating blood sugars as well. So it's good for everybody. The next part, immune system. I think everyone wants their better immune system at the moment, don't they, with what's going on? And this is a product that I absolutely adore as well. And this has also got a lot of anti-inflammatory benefits too. So you feel more energized. It's there to improve your bone and joint function, but also to contribute to a normal immune system as well. And all these products, all of our products are 100% natural. There's no excipients in there. There's no synthetic excipients. It has been tested beyond belief. It's incredible. And this is all formulated by Paul Clayton. So we're very lucky to have such brains, as I say, behind the products that we've got. And we've also got the Xenoprotect. And Xenoprotect Plus is, again, it's a beta-glucan product, which really helps boost your immune system as well. Followed by Viva. And Viva is, again, probably my third favorite product. And that is really to make sure that you get a good night's sleep. It raises your mood. It improves your whole demeanor. And this one's a really, really fantastic product. Two tablets of these every night, and I sleep like a baby, which is great. And a really good night's sleep. So we also have something called a health protocol. And the health protocol is probably the best way to get your body back in balance in the shortest amount of time and with the greatest effect. Excuse me. My throat's going to close up now because talking too much all day. So step one is to balance your cellular health. So that's really important. And then step two is restoring your gut health. And again, your gut is like your second brain. So you need to make sure that that is really functioning equally as well as the cellular health, because that's all part and parcel of your whole system. And then it's boosting your immune system and energy to really help that innate immune system as well. And quite a lot of people are putting in the Viva. Viva's fantastic for kind of people who are anxious. And there are a lot of anxious people about, kind of at the moment because they're not seeing family and for whatever reason, job losses, all sorts. And this product really does work well in combination with the others. So that's really the business product. Sorry, that's the product side of it. So if that's just what you're looking for, then I'd ask you to go back to the people or the person who's actually introduced you to this and let them know that you're interested in trying the products and try and get hold of them. And so I'm going to now go on to the business potential that we have with Zinzino, and based on the products that you've just seen. So the company is based in Sweden, out of Gothenburg, and we're a 15-year-old company. At the moment, we're in 37 open markets, and we've just actually taken on 61 new countries that in our global web shop that we can actually kind of retail, retail to. But that's through a shopping cart, if you like. But we are aiming to open 5 to 15 new markets every single year. And so we're on the NASDAQ, so we're a public company. So you can scrutinize what we do. Everything's published, and we are experiencing at the moment double-digit sales growth. And we also have a fantastic charity called Global Aid, which helps educate 620 students out in India. So the company is beyond scrutiny, in my view. They're absolutely brilliant. Direct selling, how it works. Well, we know traditional sales. We know that the manufacturer wholesale, and then there's someone in the middle who gets paid. Lots of celebrities get paid for lots of money for marketing and advertising the company that they're marketing for. And then the retailer gets that. So everyone's making their little cut. And then the customer gets an inflated price, which they're happy to pay because they don't know any different. But as opposed to the direct sales model that we hold, which is the manufacturer, which is Zinzino. We are the marketing arm, and then we sell direct to customers, plus we are the customers ourselves. 50% or more of the retail price would actually be spent on marketing to the customer in both distribution channels. But in ours, we actually get that 50% as partners. So there's an opportunity for you to actually make an income out of this too. So we know at the moment we have got a real, test-based nutrition is becoming, well, it's not becoming, it is a global mega trend. People want to know that things work. People want to be able to prove that something's working. Well, I spent 30 years taking a product that didn't work, didn't do what it was supposed to do, and yet I was paying, £50 a month for that. So I now will not go anywhere. How do you prove it? Well, I can prove it now. 97% of people fail the test. And I should point out that out of the 500 million people taking omega-3s today, and it's the largest selling product on the market, only 0.2% have taken the test to discover what their balance is like, their omega-6/3 balance. So do you think we have a marketplace here? I think so. We know it's going to grow exponentially, in 2050. So how would you start your business? You've seen the products. The products, in my view, are the best in market, the best in class. They're absolutely superb. They work. So first of all, is whoever invited you to come here and watch this presentation, then I would make sure that you have their link and select a partner kit and select which one is suited to you. Now we've got a number of kits available, and there's 3 shown here, but really there's probably around about 9 or 10 different partner kits available. But the one that I would like to direct you to is the Ultimate Kit, and there's a reason for that. The Ultimate Kit has something very special. Not only it gives you the best combination of products at the best price, but it also gives you a refund option. And that refund option is when you get 25 subscribe and save customers on subscription within a year of purchasing your Ultimate Partner Kit, then you would actually get your money back in month 13. Now, I do not know any other company that does that. We've already had our a refund option, and I'm just blown away by the fact that it actually hasn't cost us anything to run our business. It's been brilliant. And many of our partners have also done the same. So yeah, really exciting to have that. And it's, in my view, a no-brainer. So we also have to select an auto ship. Now, auto orders, never go, oh, do I have to have an auto ship? Well, it's like your office. So this is just like your business overhead. So your business overhead is 65 euros, or I think it's 59 pounds. So that's 59 pounds, but don't worry, you can get that for free as well. But that not only includes your monthly auto ship of your oil or whichever product you decide to have on auto ship, it also gives you a GoCore app, which is a personal development and professional development app, which is goes onto your phone. We also have a Zinzino app as well, a mobile app, which has got easy to share marketing funnels, and you can send text from it, you can send videos from it. So it's a very powerful back office. But also, as I say, you select your product of your choice that you want on auto ship. But what we're going to do to get your products for free as a partner, so you only pay for shipping, then we ask you to go and find 4 customers initially. So 4 customers who want to subscribe and save, and that will give you your products for free for the following month. Now, that's pretty good if you can do that. We've only ever paid for our first order, and that was it. We haven't paid for anything other than the shipping now. So the products are free. The great thing is that you can start part-time, you can work from home, and I think everyone's getting very used to working from home, even if it might not be the perfect scenario for a lot of people. It's become a safe environment for a lot of people. And you also get to choose to work with the people you want to, as opposed to the people you have to work with. So it's about creating a residual income. And I think that that's been really important, especially at this time where so many people are not so much struggling, or they're more worried about what their future's holding because of what's going on with the global pandemic. And we know that people are, furloughed. We know that some people have been made redundant. Some people have lost businesses. And so for those people, this is something that they can look at and actually start to, kind of increase their income. They're staying at home anyway, so why not do something? So we have a compensation plan, and there's lots of different ways to earn money. So you can have the choice of just developing customers, and from customers, all you do is just don't change, be yourself, just share the products that you like with someone and get them onto a subscribe and save program. And then if you want to develop a team, then you do the same, don't change yourself, be yourself and share the business model. And by doing that, then your business can grow and develop in so many different ways. So we have 10 different ways that we can get paid, and you can see those all here. I'm not going to go into each and every one of those initially. I'm sure that whoever invited you to the call will actually be happy to go through those in depth with you at another time. So we're going to focus on the first 60 days, and the first 30 days and first 60 days. There are two things that we need to do to actually access some fast start bonuses, which is actually going to kickstart your business and to actually get you in a momentum of getting going. So as we mentioned just now, finding 4 customers is our first port of call. And the first port of call is to find those Premier Kit customers, so subscribe and save, so that you get your product for free the following month. So on your auto ship. That's also going to entitle you, if you do that within the first 30 days, it's going to give you 10% cash bonus, which is a smart bronze bonus of €100, and estimated total it's going to be around €200. That also qualifies you for the mentor bonus within the first 30 days. So that's going to be between 5 and 10%. And as your business grows, that's going to become larger and larger. The second thing to be done in the first 30 days is to sponsor 4 partners. So if you're doing 4 partners, and it doesn't really matter which packs they come in on, but as long as the credits are over 375, and then that will give you a smart fast silver bonus of 150. And then you're going to make an additional, so around about another 200. But that's also going to give you what's called ECB, 100% ECB. And the Extreme Express, we're going to ask you to go out and create 6 more customers, to bringing that to 10 customers in total within that 60-day period. Now, I know someone who was actually just recognized this morning. They've done all of that in just 2 weeks. So you don't have to do it in 60 days. You can do it in any time you like. But the criteria is, kind of the first 2 in the first 30 days, and then Extreme Express in the 60 days. And so you've made almost like €700 within those first 60 days, just on just getting a few customers and a few partners. So this is where you then kind of split, if you like. So people can choose a customer career ladder. And if they do that, this is actually really fantastic for people who are practitioners, especially because if you've got a lot of clients coming to you, then you are, they're walking into you and you can actually recommend something. So 25 customers would give you a team, and that would give you an extra bonus of 5%. So that bringing that to 20%. And that would also give you what's called residual commission bonus as well. And then the pro team, that's 50, and that's going to give you 25%. And then top team is 100 customers, and there's quite a number of our team who've already reached that position already and have gained the benefit of the one-time bonus of €10,000, which is paid over 25 months. And that's where the top 30% cash bonus comes into play. But you can carry on. So there are people who've gotten way more than this. So top team 200, you actually get a free holiday. And then if you do top team here, then you've got 300 customers and above, you just keep adding, and that means that you qualify for a holiday. So maybe that's all you want to do. But a lot of people have actually gone down wanting to develop a team as well. So whichever way is suitable for you and you know it's good for you, then that's great. So if we say building up those people to silver level is really just about duplicating that, and that's the key to building your team. And once you've duplicated silvers, then that's really just improving that completely. And you also remember, if you get to your 25 customers within this time, you're actually going to be already qualified for your refund of your ultimate pack. So here we are. So we build 4 silvers. So within the team, those 4 people that you sponsored, you just help them to get to silver level. And that would create you as an executive. That also then opens up another bonus, which is a phone bonus. So you get 200 euros to help with your phone bills, in addition to an estimated commission of about 500 euros a month. So if you build 4 executives with those 4 people that you did initially, then that would take you to diamond. And that's equivalent of around about 3,000, so 4,000 including the car bonus of 1,000 euros. And that's paid monthly to you. And so, you know, that's really starting to impact on your income really quite dramatically. And then if you find 4 diamonds, that's going to take you to crown. So for crown, you're going to be getting around about a 12,000 commission on a monthly basis. And all of a sudden, you know, you can go so much more. So you choose where you want to be. You choose what you want. And this is just literally some of the average incomes that you can earn within these ranks. And we only went up to crown. So the crown is 12,000, royal crown 16, black crown 20,000, 24,000 for ambassador, and it goes on and on. Orion Sala, our founder, is an astonishing man. I have a huge admiration for him and respect for him. He's a global, one-star global president, and well, he hasn't put his figure in here, but I'm sure it's a lot more than the 110,000 euros. But you know, you really are, the sky's the limit. You choose where you want to be. And we know that business is all about timing. You need to make sure that the timing's right for you as well. And to be fair, I don't think there's any better time to start a business now in lockdown, as we are in the UK, because you know, there are so many insecurities. You know, everyone's very insecure about the future's going to hold for them. So we know that the customers are building a building, and they're looking at 2025, 1 million customers, 20 million customers by 2035, and 100 million customers by 2050. I don't know whether I'll still be around then. Hope so. But yeah, so now is perfect timing. We're 37 markets. We're looking to expand that to 60 markets very shortly. And, you know, kind of it's just really, in my view, you could not have picked a better time. So it's about making your dreams come true, kind of working to your plan rather than someone else's. So you have the choice to become a business partner with us, with Zinzino. And if that's the case and you want to, you know, kind of earn some long-term residual income, earn some of those lifestyle rewards and incentive trips, earn some free products, have free samples, work from home in the comfort of your own home, and get, you know, bring health and wellness to the world, then that's for you. So get back to the person who invited you to the call tonight and ask them to help you get started. And becoming a Zinzino customer, well, that to me is an absolute no-brainer. Everyone should be on this product to improve their health. Now, what I didn't tell you is that when I had my heart attack in 2007, oh gosh, when was it? 2017, December 21st, 2017, had a heart attack and 3 stents. I came out of hospital with 7 different medications. And those medications were, for me, just a real horror, because I honestly and truthfully didn't think that I was going to be ever taking drugs. I've never taken drugs before. When I asked the doctor what I could do alternatively, I was told, forget it, you're on drugs now. And I kind of went, okay. So I was on them for a while. And when Dave Ives actually asked me what how did I know if my product was working, the omega-3 that I was taking worked? And I said, well, I hope it is, but I said, I don't know. And he said, if there was a test that you could do, you know, that would establish whether you're, you know, you've heard it before, that establish what your omega-6/3 levels were and your cellular health was, would you take it? And I said, yeah, absolutely. And, you know, the thing for me was that after 3 months of being on the products, I started reducing my, with the guidance of Dr. Paul Clayton, I started reducing my medication. And by month 4, I was completely off my medication. I've never felt better. Everyone says I look better than I did beforehand, which is nice to know. It's been quite life-changing for me. And I just want to be able to help other people to do that as well, because I just don't think we're destined to live a life of drugs and medication. It's just not good. So, you know, get yourself on the products, get yourself back to the person who invited you to the call tonight. And I hope to hear your exciting journey. And hopefully it's not quite as dramatic as mine, but hopefully equally as beneficial for your health. So thank you very much for your time this evening. I've really enjoyed presenting this to you tonight. And I look forward to seeing you again. Take care and look after yourself, stay safe, and good night. Thank you.